Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I discuss real estate, investing, and pretty much anything that you really need. Before I get started, every month I focus on a new skill to learn, so this past month I was learning French. Je suis de trop en train d'apprendre. But anyways, with the new month coming up, I would love some suggestions on what I can learn coming up in November. So leave a comment down below on what I should learn and I'll look at those. But anyways, in this video, I wanted to focus on what it was like getting into real estate and closing my first deal. So basically from start when I decided to pursue real estate up until the close of my first transaction. I started looking into real estate when COVID first happened in March of 2020. I realized that the stock market was down, home prices were going wild, and I was at home most of the time. I worked in fast food. I worked at Chick-fil-A, and a lot of times when I wasn't at work, I was just at home because there wasn't really anything else to do. So I focused a lot of my time looking into real estate and the stock market because that was really what everyone was talking about at the time. And as I looked into it more, I realized that there was a big opportunity in pursuing real estate because for one, I love talking to people and getting to know people. And two, buying a house is one of the biggest transactions you will make in your entire life. And so for me, I love helping people. And so being able to help them through that process of either buying or selling a home was just something that sounded like a lot of fun. So I looked into it, and in Oregon it's a 150-hour course with a state and federal exam to get your real estate license. Now, since I was in quarantine for quite a bit of it, I was able to focus pretty much all my time on my classes. And so thankfully I was able to get it done in just about a month, and eventually I got my license. And once I got licensed, I started posting on social media telling everyone I got my license. I didn't really post on my personal account at that point very often. I actually used to be a social media manager in high school, so I would manage businesses and influencers accounts. And so I had an idea on how to run social media pages and profiles, but I wasn't very comfortable with running my own. But anyways, I love learning how to be uncomfortable, so I decided to post about it, tell everyone what I was doing, and if they were interested in buying or selling, to contact me. And actually someone I used to work with actually contacted me and said that she and her husband were looking to buy a home. And so I met with them, and they both were newlyweds. They were a very sweet couple, and they were looking for just a starter family home. And that's really when all of the fun began. We started touring homes, we started looking around. I believed we toured around 8 homes before we decided to put in our first offer. And when that first offer went in, I was talking with the agent who listed the home, and they had around 10 other offers on that house, all way above asking price. And so unfortunately we did not get that first one. 5 houses later, we saw another one that we liked, and so they wanted to put in an offer. That home had 12 offers on it, and we did not get that one either. And then the next house we put in an offer, there were 24 offers. And when I heard that there were 24 offers, I realized that we probably weren't going to get this house either. However, my clients really loved this house. It was in the perfect location, it was the perfect size, and it was in great condition. And so I figured I will do anything I can to make sure that they get this house. And so I called up the agent and started negotiating with her. I told her what we were offering, I submitted the paperwork, I was being competitive. I told her that if someone gave in an offer higher than ours to call me and let me know, and that we could come to an agreement. And when she called me and told me that there were higher offers, I negotiated with her. We discussed appliances, we discussed closing date. I was trying to make sure that my client still got the house while getting it for a cheaper offer. So we actually got that house under contract while there were 24 other offers. When I gave my clients a call, they were very, very happy, and that just made it all worth it. The next step was to get their home inspected. We got the home inspected, everything looked fine. There were just some little cosmetic things, some paint chipping, and some rails needed to be replaced. But thankfully, we got the home inspection done within the first week, and then we had 3 weeks left to close. The next thing that had to be done was the appraisal, and this is where we ran into a big issue because the appraisal took a month to complete, when typically it takes 3 days here in Portland. I talked to the lender, I want to say at least 30 times on the phone, and this gentleman was having a hard time getting an appraisal done on the property. And I asked him why, and he just said that there was an appraisal shortage everywhere. And I know that wasn't true because all my colleagues were getting appraisals done within 3 days. So unfortunately we had to extend closing, which made it a lot harder for my buyers and also for the seller. And so the seller decided to charge some late fees on my buyer. It was a couple hundred, and unfortunately that was a strain for the entire transaction. So there was a big possibility that we actually weren't going to be able to get this house and that the deal was going to fall through. But thankfully at the last second the appraisal was completed and we closed at an appropriate time. Now I wanted to highlight all of that because a lot of agents only focus on the good or only post how many sales they're getting or how many volumes or how many clients are happy, and they don't discuss the issues that they come across. But from start to getting that first transaction closed, I ran into a lot of issues and a lot of them turned out good. So then coming out of that and working with these clients, I really had something to prove. I wanted to prove to myself and to my family that I was actually able to do this. And so I continued to post on social media, tell people about the ups and the downs of what was happening. And through that, while I was waiting for the appraisal to be completed, another person saw my Instagram post and DM'd me saying that they wanted to look at a house. I went with them, we looked at the house, we submitted an offer that night, and it got accepted the next day. And we closed that property in 3 weeks, which actually was the same week that I was closing my first clients. So I was able to close my first 2 deals within the same week, within 2 months of getting my license. And so I've experienced ups and downs in this industry, but it has always been worth it because I love helping people and love being able to guide them through this process of either buying or selling a home. It is so much fun and it is so worth it. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know and I will see you next time.